Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for the Wednesday Whip. Now we're going to be going over all the same stuff we always do, and yeah, there's some stuff to talk about this time. So let's start off with our model kits, and to do that, we're going to need some light. So starting with rack one, as you can see here, they are done. Now all three of them are painted up more or less the same, with the red one actually having the least amount of painting, but like everything's been painted up. So yeah, they turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how they look. Next step up is set design and figuring out how I want to use them or how to make what I want to do with them work. But they are just fun little builds. Now this is rack number 2. I've already started the painting. I've got the blueprints more or less figured out, but in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, this was my customized 30-minute mission samurai. It does utilize the ninja for the base and then the samurai armor parts. I didn't like the blue on the ninja, so it was an easy swap. But he turned out really good as far as the build process goes. He is ready for the painting phase, which, like I said, I have already begun in some places, such as on the back of the rifle and on the weapons, which still need a second coat, I think, to make them look good. Although, to be honest, that's actually really good. So they might be okay. But yeah, he's trucking along. I'm hoping to have him done by the middle of next month at the latest. And then I'll be back on the master grades. But I just need a palette cleanser after doing so many master grades. So yeah. So now we're going to talk about the side projects. Now, side projects are interesting right now. And I say that because one of the side projects I've been working on was for work as a joke with our boss. And once I get a chance, I'm going to show it to him. I just finished it last night. It was absolutely a blast to work on. Let me show you guys what it is. Yeah, I repurposed some Ed and Eddie footage. It's fine. My boss has a good sense of humor, and for like a month I kept walking into his office going, "Hey Eddie!" So that's on me. That's on me. I have been working on a few other things, trying to design some 3D prints. I'm still working on an updated version of this prototype. I know it doesn't look like much, but the way it is designed, and I'm going to have to borrow my samurai to show you guys, it's a replacement piece for these bases. It'll square them off, so that way when I put them on the shelf with their back to the wall, their back will actually be to the wall. And it'll work out better and allow me to see, like, for example, where the sword overhangs. I would know that I need to adjust that so that way he fits into the shelf, which in this case it's a lot of adjustment. Thankfully the shelf he's going on doesn't need it, but yeah. And actually that's not accurate because he's turned wrong. Sorry. Be like that. But like I said, the shelf he's going on, he'll have plenty of room because it's up there and not in the bookcases. So there's a little bit more room on those shelves. I think they're cut to 4 inches, whereas this is a 3-inch base. But I'm still working on this design. There are a few flaws I need to get out of it before it's ready for me to upload anywhere. And the flaws are minor things that I know I can fix. I just need time. So hopefully going to work on that this weekend. We'll see. This was a test print for the updated version, minus a few little like fancy design pieces I'm putting there. And that's where the thing's going to go. So that takes us on to community. Now, outside of TikTok, the community has been pretty good. I'm not going to go too much into that, so take it how you will. Within TikTok, if you guys saw my Monday video, you know I was pretty upset. And I'm not going to lie, there were a few brief moments in there when I went back and watched it later on after I cooled down a little bit, that even I was a little bit uncomfortable with myself. And it'll be for a whole different reason than anyone else would be. I'm not going to go into that because that's my past and that stays with me. No one else has access to that. The only other person who knows about my past is in that photo over my shoulder. And she has worked hard to be in that position to where she gets to know that type of stuff. Because I have trust issues and I don't share it with anybody. That being said, I still stand by my Monday video. I think it's important for all of us as people, just in general, to look back at our actions over time and in the moment and reflect and think about what we've said and done and whether or not we could be better than what we were. I look back at yesterday's video and I still stand by what I said. I still stand by how I felt. And I know from conversations I've had and from video analytics, surprisingly, that the people who needed to see that video have seen it. A lot of them have. Which is weird because, how do I put this? I don't think my voice travels that far. I'm not that important. In the grand scheme of things, most of us aren't that important. But I'm definitely not. I'm just a dad living on his own with his kids and his wife, just trying to do the best he can. I'm just a nobody. That's all it comes down to. At the end of the day, I won't be a major footnote in history. And that's fine. That's the role I play, and I am okay with that role. But I still want to try and make things better around me. I've taught my kids to be respectful to people. I've taught them kindness. I want that for this community too. And I've noticed a lot of times our egos and our way of thinking gets in the way of us being kind to each other. We try to police how people act and what they say and how they do things. And it doesn't come off as us being concerning. It comes off as us being controlling. And we may genuinely be concerned for them. We may genuinely want the best for them. But it doesn't come off that way. What we say comes off absolutely the wrong way. And so we really need to look at not just the content of the message, but the delivery and context of the message. I'm trying to think of how to word this because I don't want it to point towards any one individual, because there's a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts that people don't see that are in the background, that because I'm willing to listen to people like to tell me, and that's fine. I don't mind, being a sounding board, but I also don't want to spill secrets that are given to me. So these weird ass vague call out messages tend to come up because I just get so overloaded. And it's a lot. Like, I'm not going to pretend like it's not. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I will be there for anyone who needs me. Anyone who needs to talk, needs to sound things out, needs to have somebody in their corner who's not afraid to call them out. That's me. I'm that guy. There's a few other people on here I know who have too, who are that guy, because one of them calls me out, and I thank him for that, because somebody needs to once in a while. But yeah. Anyways, this went a little bit off on the subject here that I wasn't expecting. So back to what I was saying, though, there has been a little bit of stuff in the community on TikTok. So yeah, check out that Monday video. I'm going to get off here before I go off on another sideways rant. I don't know how the hell that last one happened. I do apologize. And I will catch you guys on the next video. So, yeah. See you later.